All right, everybody, here we go. We got James in the house. How y'all doing? James, what's going on? We got CK in the house. CK, how you doing? What the hell's going on? Happy Friday, everybody. Let's fucking go. James, what's up? How you doing, bro?
Bang fuck, it's Friday, am I right? The weekend is here, boys and girls. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah, let's go. CK, how you doing over there? Is it raining where you're at? Because it's about to rain where I'm at in California. Is it raining up there?
It's really stormy, but man, up here. It'll rain. I don't know. There's something always coming in.
How's your Friday going, huh? What are you up to today, CK? Talk to me, bro. What's going on?
Oh, it's great. It's been great. It's been really nice and sunny, which was sort of a shock. And it's kind of getting ready. I had all this prep. Because I'm a nerd. I'm a complete nerd. I'm going, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to tell James. This is how I'm going to give him shit, and then I've got like 60 years of stories. So I was trying to organize it, and you've seen me, Ray. I sit down and I go, what am I going to do? This is how am I going to organize it? And you're just like, shut up, you faggot.
Just relax, bro. Just relax. You can't tell 60 years worth of stories in a couple hours. So we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna go where the conversations go. James, he might get a little lippy. James, what do you think? Are you gonna get lippy? Are you gonna bust some balls? What are you gonna do?
The number one rule is LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool James. Everything after that is sweet as a nut, bruv. Sweet as a nut.
I was gonna, talk about
And if
cooking
you want my
and stuff,
body,
but James
and
is
you
like
think I'm
50
sexy,
shades of spam over
every
there.
girl in the chat, come and let me know.
Yeah.
That's my bit for the day.
Well, we were just talking backstage about alpha males and beta males and how the nerds have kind of taken over the internet and taken over the world through the internet. And we were trying to come up with who's the alpha male on the internet. And somebody said all the alpha males are out living their real life. They're not really on the internet. Is there any alpha males on the internet? What do you think, James? Is there any alpha males on the internet?
Well, if you believe some people, they think Andrew and Tristan Tate are alpha males. And then if you go over to another group, they think Nick Fuentes is an alpha male, even though he's a Mexican homosexual. And then you got like some people in the comic book genre think John Malin is an alpha male, and he's a drip mate, an absolute melt, a big old dollop who cries all the time. And like he's an embarrassment. He's causing all kind of grief over there, outside in the dark with his barbecue, going. Oh, God.
What's wrong? I like John. He's a barbecue guy. What's wrong with barbecuing out in the dark? I don't like the dude, man. I'm like straight honest, man. I'm straight honest. We're talking about who's an alpha male. I don't know. I think probably Presby is probably an alpha male. Yeah,
Presby, bro.
Yeah.
He loves his wife. He takes her out to dinner all the time. He treats her nice. He's very religious. He's probably your main street alpha male.
Well, we got Hillbilly Harry in the chat. His son Jared, he's competing to try to get on the Olympic team. That's an alpha male, right? CK, would you say that's an alpha male?
Yeah, it's really weird because I've hung out with a lot of alphas, and when you're an alpha male, you pretty much. You don't have to knock heads.
Yeah.
But the aggressiveness and the assertiveness is overwhelming sometimes. So you find the alpha and then you find the apex. I'm certainly not an apex, but I'm definitely in that. I mean, I don't have any social media, anything. But everything you do is with Hillbilly and his son. He's so determined to win. He's got other things on his mind, but that determination and that fight is constant and continuous. So anybody who gets in your way, you just kind of brush them off. Think, James? No. It's like, hey, I'm not going to even give you the time. Well, I've got my goal.
When you're talking about in the previous stream, you were talking about you grew up around surf gangs. Would you consider some of those people in those surf gangs alpha males? They seem like pretty alpha types. Yeah. Obviously, in my area, we don't have surfing in my area. We just have like hard men. You know what I mean? People from the streets. People who are hard. People that would just eyeing you out for nothing. If you looked at them the wrong way. But you've got like a community. Have you ever seen that film that Russell Crowe did, Bra Boys? Have you ever seen Bra Boys?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably back in the day. Yeah, back in the day.
About surfer gangs and surfer culture. We don't really have it over here, but you've got experience of it. I'd say that some of them were probably pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all the same. I mean, if you go into gangs in South LA or New York or anything like that, you've always got to have that hierarchy.
Yeah.
And biggest hierarchy guys are the heavy duty. Then you got your lieutenants. Well, everybody's fighting and stuff. So yeah, there's that. I think I told it a couple of, maybe the last one were elephant seals. And if you ever seen elephant seals or you go surfing there during mating season and you got a 12-foot elephant seal that's pissed off and you got a bunch of males going for the female, it's fight. And that's what surfing was. I don't think it's like that anymore. It's mostly beta
CK, what would you define an alpha male as? Are they the ones that get out there and they take the shots, they take they tank the heavy shots, or they actually produce something? Like, how would you define an alpha male?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. You start getting me in my psychology brain.
Well, are they the ones that tackle
no.
the biggest break? Okay, talk to me. What do you think?
Okay, in some extent, I'm really thinking alpha males. You know, the biggest thing is you're not going to find, there's subtleties, and again, we'll go to Hillbilly's son because he's an alpha. He's probably really quiet, probably really determined, very focused. So you won't notice that in a group like I'm talking about with the elephant seals fighting. That doesn't always have to be the alpha male. You know, the alpha male is going to be that person that's looking, observing, checking things out, and finding that edge that nobody else has, and aggressing on that. I'm not that much. I mean, we talked about prostitution and stuff like that. I've never really hit on girls like that. So, James, you take over on that. But I think there's a subtlety. Well, with me, there's a subtlety to it. With some people, the aggression is definitely overboard. But I don't know if that's an alpha male or that's just a stupid guy.
Well, we got Cut the Grass.
Yeah.
He says that a real alpha male, they do it in silence. They don't talk to you about it. They just do it. James,
what
are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. When I was growing up, I always admired the people that were like, you know, the conventional hard men. You'd see them out and about. They'd always be in the pub and they put it on you, and you knew that they were a hard case and they'd be getting in a fight every Friday and Saturday night. But when you get older and you mature, you realise it's the strong, silent type. What I was trying to say with you with my dad, that you know they've got it, but they never have to use it because they could just stare a dagger through you. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to fuck with this person because they're there. They, like CK says, they just observe. They don't go out of their way to cause trouble. And I also think, you know, as I've got older, I kind of admire the people that live the quiet life. They go to work, they put it in, they raise a family. That's kind of like, I think, the new alpha. Someone who can, in this world, can navigate it, settle down, get married, have kids, raise a family, and set themselves up for the next generation. So I don't necessarily think alphas are all about being a hard man or physical intimidation now. From my perspective, the new alpha is a family man, someone who's like reserved, quiet, knows he's got it, but doesn't ever have to use it. You know what I mean? It's kind of
That's
like
key.
my feelings on it have evolved, you know, because you see a lot of weak feminine men now who are a total embarrassment, you know. Their politics, the way they behave, the way they interact with women. I see people online all the time that have no idea how to interact with women. They have no idea how to talk to them. They have no idea how to treat them. We've spoken to it on previous occasions, didn't we? When the TwitchCon, when the guy just went up to her and put it on her and tried to kiss her and grab her and grope her. These people are total social inadequates. You know what I mean? So yeah. I admire someone that can like hold down a job, raise a family, maybe hasn't got a lot of money. A lot of the time, I respect the people that do it on like small wage or minimum wage. You know what I mean? They stretch it, they make it work, they go without, you know, they sacrifice their life, you know, and having the things they may have wanted to give it over to the next generation, get them in a good school and give them a chance. I think that's an alpha trait, you know, when you put everyone's wants and needs before your own. I think that is a real alpha trait. If you put your wants and needs to one side and give to someone else, I think that's an alpha trait.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, you know, when you look at the animal kingdom and any other type of kingdoms, the alpha male is the one who can reproduce. So foundationally, he is the family man. He is the one where the buck stops with him. He steps up. He sacrifices the most. He gets the job done, even the dirty jobs that nobody wants to do. You know, he's like the heavy duty hitter that comes in, cleans it all up, takes care of it, and then does it in the snow, shuts up, goes about his life. CK, what are your thoughts on that? Is a family man the new alpha or the old alpha?
Yes. I haven't really given too much thought about alpha males all that much. You know, I think the
does that make you an alpha male, CK? If you're not worried about it, doesn't that reflective that you're an alpha male? If you're not thinking about this, you would be at the apex of the the social hierarchy? What do you think?
Think of the confidence levels. If a person is confident in themselves, they don't have to showboat. They don't have to be that freaking peacock. They
Right.
don't and look at I think it was Mersh or no, it wasn't Mersh. One of the guys are talking about is it's not the person that's really loud in a bar that's getting the woman. It's that confident dude that's just sitting there drinking it, having his drink and ignoring the women. Well, the women hate that. They really hate that. So who's the alpha? Is it the loud guy that's getting in the fight and getting their nose broken outside? Or is it the guy that's just, quietly sipping his drink like 007,
Yeah.
where are we going on this? And also you've got to think of the perseverance that goes along with an alpha male. The smart, really intelligent ones they're going to bide their time and they're going to wait and they're going to wait. But when push comes to shove, they're going to win.
Yeah. Do you think an alpha male has a purpose? Do you think that's the definition maybe of an alpha male, that he dedicates himself to his purpose? What do you think, CK?
Well, let's look at politics. Was Biden an alpha male?
I don't think so. Do you think?
And Trump,
His wife was an alpha male. Jill Biden was an alpha male, wasn't she?
He was
Yeah.
I really think there's psychopaths and there's social. Maybe that's not a good example. I think the Andrew Tate one is definitely an alpha male. Okay, he's definitely. If you got somebody like Crowder, some people. I'm trying to think of our, even our little community. What's that guy? Ethan Ralph, definitely.
Yeah, Ethan. Boy,
but who's the alpha?
Yeah, he's been on a tear lately. I don't know.
Right. Look at Trump. Okay, Trump is freaking alpha male. He could keep his mouth shut and people are just going to flock to him because he's got that stamp. He's rich and all the rest of the stuff, but people gravitate to him because of who he is. He emits something that's a little bit different than the lower caste, I guess, what you'd say. He never had a problem with women. He could buy them, but he nearly had every problem with them.
Yeah, he might have actually bought them. Hillbilly Harry says he doesn't think there's an alpha male in politics. Any thoughts on that? Is politics outside of it? Is that something different than maybe like the working man or somebody who produces something?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I was just using that as an example, and I just said, that's not a very good example because I think politicians by proxy are psychopaths and sociopaths and narcissists. That's a big difference between them and alpha.
Well,
male.
would you say an alpha male takes care of his group? Like if you're the quarterback of your football team and you're going to take you got to score the last touchdown, you're going to take the whole team on your shoulders and carry them over the goal. Is that a component of being an alpha male?
I don't know if that gets in the way of arrogance.
Okay. Now
it's really hard. It's hard. If you get into a group situation, and really I haven't thought about this, so I'm kind of going off base and I can't remember my psychology, but I don't think that there's, if like being loud and assertive, that's going to happen. Look at, Joe Montana. Definitely an alpha. The guy was cool under pressure.
And he was quiet, yeah.
And then you get really loud, football players that they're one and done kind of guys. They get their championships or something like that, and then they find themselves not in the spotlight, and you can't do that. An alpha male will be able to fail.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to keep them down. So that's something that's persevering, and that's something that takes a little while to find that.
Yeah.
I know there's testings and stuff like that, but that's a question that I really can't answer. Maybe James can answer that. I know you, James, you study this stuff.
James is a big student. James,
more so than I do.
James,
if I'm going to talk about American football, I think the only American football player currently that I think has any like if we're talking about quarterbacks, has any alpha traits, that would be Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, he paints outside the lines. You don't tell Aaron Rodgers what to do. Aaron Rodgers tells you what to do. You don't make Aaron Rodgers wait. Aaron Rodgers makes you wait. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers says what he wants all the time. You know what I mean? He voices conservative opinions in a league that's mainly liberal. You know what I mean? And he doesn't give a fuck. Now his powers are waning. He's on his way out. So, it's not as effective as it would be when he was at Green Bay. But I think going back to the politicians, I mean, it's no good talking about my lot because the chap won't know any of our politicians. But with your one, I think the greatest case was when they had the debates and Trump just put it on Jeb Bush. He absolutely ruined him. You know, Jeb Bush had all the polish. He had the family name. He had the clout. He had the power. He had the money. He had everything. And then this geezer, this orange, like wiggy geezer, just walks down an escalator, gets up to the podium and absolutely puts it on him. You know what I mean? He just started doing nicknames for everyone, didn't he? And he ruined them. It was like Little Marco because he's got little hands. He just found your weakest point and he absolutely ruined you. Whether that's an alpha, whether that's a bully, whether that's whatever you want to call it. Trump takes your weakness and he sticks the knife in and he twists it. You know what I mean? So he is, without a shadow of a doubt, an alpha male politician.
He's really
and I also like the guy. I like the guy in Argentina. I forget his name. Milei.
Was that Milei?
He's definitely an alpha. I don't know if he's an alpha or an apex, but that guy's badass. That guy.
He grabs a chainsaw like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he goes, "I'm just gonna cut a swathe through this fucking country." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he has a plan. He has a plan. He has a plan. I mean, Kid of the North has said something. The most annoying person in the room is usually the alpha. I applied that theory every time in a bar, and nothing bad has ever happened. I think he's right in the fact that, but you've got to start thinking about intellect also. You know, you can be the alpha. If some guy is 40 years old and he's still in a bar, is he really an alpha?
Yeah, there is different stratifications.
That's what I said to Ray, didn't I? I dropped out. I did the 18 to 30, and I didn't want to be that guy at the bar. I didn't want to be glory days. I didn't want to be the sad old man trying to pick up the young hot chicks. You know what I mean? So I bailed. You know, you got to know when to get out. You know, that's a sign of someone who's got a bit of intelligence. Even though I'm a bit stupid, but you know what I'm saying.
No. The way you make it a sad old man happy is to get him a nice young bird, right? Isn't that right? Now, hey, CK, I got a question for you from.
CK's an expert in that. I'm not. You know what I mean? He's out there. He's out there with the camera.
He gets them in the 2-piece.
He gets them in the 1-piece. He gets them in the no-piece.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. 50 Shades of Spam.
we got a question from the chat here. They want to know what your first crush was, CK.
I knew it.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
I'm prepared.
There you go. That's from Pat in the chat. She wants to know, CK, what was your first crush like? Do you remember that?
You guys are gonna laugh at
Look, you're turning red. I love it. Yeah, let's go.
I'm already red. I mean, I've been in the sunshine. I look like a freaking drunk Irishman, you know.
Well, are you drunk? That's my follow-up question. I'm just kidding.
It's been 40-something years since I had a drink, so I just don't like alcohol. 14 years old. I fell in love with this hot young lady. She was 12, okay? I mean, and her dad's name, you guys can look it up, whoever likes to do the internet thing. Look up Marjo Gortner. Gortner, Gortner. And he was a B- actor in Hollywood. And this girl was kind of the love of my life. And I'm not going to tell you her name because I'm not going to bust her balls at 12 years old or something. But she became a stunt woman. Hot redhead little girl, you know. And I was just really experienced, 14 years old. And I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that I didn't even know how to kiss. You know, I mean, I got my first French kiss from a black girl, but this girl was hot. But I didn't know shit. And, you know, boy, this is kind of embarrassing. But anyway, the cool thing about this girl is I didn't know her dad was a Hollywood movie star.
Yeah.
in movies. And he used to come over to the house, and I wasn't in a pills or anything like that. He'd open up a briefcase, a black briefcase, and he had everything labeled like a pharmacist. This is Seconal, this is Reds, this is that. And he always gave his daughter, 12 years old, whatever choice of drug she wanted for the night.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's how fucked up things were back
What?
then.
He gave her drugs at 12?
Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
They
This
were
story's
in-
about to go dark.
I know,
Oh, yeah,
CK, it's
really
YouTube,
dark.
bro.
It's really dark.
Oh.
I mean, they were into, this is how I got to know about the Hollywood movie star scene and how dark it was and how satanic it was, because they used to do seances and shit. And there was, you know, Santa Cruz was the murder capital of the world. So there was some creepiness going on with that. But she was my first girl. You know, she was my first girl, and I'll never forget her because that was freaking creep factor 10. But I didn't know what was going on. I just wanted to have sex.
Well,
you know?
yeah. Did she like you too? Did you guys like go out or what? I don't know what at that.
I mean, she cast a few spells on me, you know. Had to ride my bike 6 miles across town to see this girl, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shit.
Everybody talks about having sex in a car and all that. I was 14 years old. I mean, I brought her over to my house, and I'm the oldest, so I have 7 brothers and sisters all waking up, you know, in the morning going, what the hell's going on? My dad flips me a rubber, you know. The day after. I mean, I didn't know any of that stuff.
That was
But
back in the
so
day.
polite. It was so nice. I chauffeured her back to, they lived in this horse stables. I chauffeured her all the way back 2 miles on the handlebars of my bicycle.
Yeah, that's the OG Uber right there. James.
Isn't that that's funny. That's a good story.
Yeah,
man.
that's solid. James, what was your first crush? Do you remember?
What, like celebrity or actually just like normal?
No, like real life. You know, like normal girl, real life.
Well, I was like in primary school. I was a bit of a terror in primary school, so I dated this girl called
James is hitting. James is hitting on the teacher. He's like, he's 9 or 10, hitting on this like 27-year-old teacher.
I did fancy my teacher in secondary school, Mrs. Telling. She was the English teacher. She was fit, man. She was fit. I could never concentrate. You know what I mean? Because you know when you're like one of those guys.
Yeah, she was a proper rocket.
Yeah, proper rocket, mate. Not Sophie Snaz level, not Snowfie Snaz level, no way. But she was close. She was blonde and blue-eyed. But like, no, I dated. When you say I dated a girl in primary school called Emma Thompson. She was gorgeous. She had like long black permed hair. You know what I mean? She was hot from the jump. You know what I mean? It was just she was a proper rocket. You know, proper salt. You know, like absolute treacle. And the funny thing was, right, I found out years later because when I moved away from like Croydon, South London, she was like there. She ended up meeting some black dude. He was an American, and they live in the South somewhere now. They're over in the States, but yeah, she came from Croydon, South London, and we went to Malcolm Primary School together.
Wow,
that's been demolished now. That's been demolished now, so it doesn't even exist anymore. It's probably a car park or something. But But I remember, and there was who else did I date there? I dated a girl called Rebecca. I dated a girl called
James,
Michelle.
I don't have time to go through your whole list, bro. I'm sure it's like a telephone book, bro.
I just want to know
the first one.
I'm just trying to educate the chat that I've had more girlfriends than most of you have had hot dinners. You know what I'm saying? It's like different league, mate. Different gravy. If you're looking for an internet alpha male, baby, I am your man. I will take on that mantle. I will lead the charge. We'll get rid of Andrew and Tristan Tate. We'll get rid of Nick Fuentes. I've already killed Comicsgate. I'll kill off Ripperverse soon. I'll kill off all the groups, and you can all come under my bruv banner, and I will lead the way to the promised land.
Yeah, let's go.
That was my last. I just wanted to let James know that was the last time I had sex, too. I mean, I really. That's why I watch the show, is for James too.
Well, literally, right? CK, hey, you know that saying where it goes, "It's been a long time between drinks." It's literally been a long time between drinks. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do know what you're saying, mate.
Yeah, CK had a bit of a dry patch, maybe 60-year dry patch. That sucks.
I had good magazines.
No, my first crush was in 7th grade. It was this redhead, green-eyed girl. She was beautiful. Her name was Laura Robbins. She was a hottie. And then I had to move away. I went to a different school, so that broke that up. I was all bent out of shape about that. So that was no big crazy story there. Just a little bit of a first heartbreak, you know. Them redhead, green-eyed girls. Boy, I tell you what.
I don't think I'd survive. I wouldn't survive in California. I just wouldn't survive. Do you have Haribo over there, like Haribo Star Mix? Do you have
we do.
Packets like thing? Right.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got their favourite, haven't they, in a Haribo Star Mix? Well, I open a packet, mate, and I just gun it. They're all my favourites. If I was in California, everyone would be my favourite. You know what I mean? I'll be dead within a week. You know what I mean? I'll die of nervous exhaustion or something. It will be the greatest. It will be the greatest week of my life, but then it will be over. It will be finished. I'll be dead.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm an old RN. I'll give you some penicillin.
Yeah. No, I think it used to be the case that all the beautiful women came to California from everywhere, but now since the 2020, I don't know if it's like that anymore. I'm thinking it's Florida, it's Miami. Everybody seems to want to move down that way. CK, you're up in the boondocks, so you wouldn't know, but you know.
Lord, man, it's Appalachia's up here, man. It's slim picking, and it's really mounted. It's when people come from Tennessee or something, and they look at the same women, you know, that are pretty much bucktooth and hereditarial backward. It's like, yeah, go to John, go to Miami, go to Florida, the most beautiful women, and it's been a long time for me to go to Florida, but per capita, the pretty women are definitely Los Angeles and Miami. They have enough time to, I mean, jeez.
Yeah, there used to be in LA. There used to be knockouts, you know, everywhere. They were your barista. They were your, you know, the dog walkers. They, you know, from the low ranks to the high ranks, they're all knockouts. And that's kind of the way that I hear that it's in Miami now. Is that everybody's a knockout. Even, you know, the women doing the dry cleaning are like supermodels, you know, all that kind of stuff. But we're gonna have to go check that out. I'm gonna try to get James to get over there, hook up with some of the guys down in.
Politics has ruined women for me. Politics has ruined women for me because if
Why
you
is
take
that?
London, well, London didn't used to be such a liberal place. You know what I mean? It didn't. It used to be a cosmopolitan place where you had, you know, you had a licorice all sorts of everyone. You know, political views, types. You could basically pluck anything you want. But all our major cities now have kind of been hijacked. You know, they've become very liberal in their thinking, and they've got very liberal women. And I find liberal women to be a complete waste of space, you know, a complete wash. You don't get anywhere with them. They've got these barriers. Basically, they don't want to know anything about you. They don't want to know what you do for a living, what car you drive, you've got a nice house. Basically, the first thing they ask you, what do you think of Donald Trump? I mean, it's so bizarre. We're not even in America yet. We're not even in America, you dumb fuck. You know what I mean? Who cares? Who cares what I think of Donald Trump? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, aren't those conservatives? Aren't those Tories? You get all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like the dating game's fucked in this country, man, because of politics. I don't know how it is in America, but they don't want to know the important stuff. They want to know about what you think about fucking.
Yeah. No. Well, it was kind of like that in LA too for the longest time, except it wasn't about like politics. It was more along the lines of who do you know, what can you do for me? Like you meet women all the time, and they wanted to get into the industry. So, are you a producer? Do you know a director? You know, do you know a casting agent? Do you know this? Do you know that? And if you did, they'd like turn on the charm. It was just like they'd come alive. And if you didn't, they'd be like the mask would come off. They'd be like, oh fuck off, you know. I've gone on a lot of dates in LA with women, and when they meet me, then they're like, "Oh, you're not in the industry. Oh, okay. Well, you know, we're not going to do a second date. I'm just going to ghost you." So, you know, CK, did you ever see anything like that? Did you experience like when women were trying to monkey branch or whatever, or no?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's not just in surfing where they're looking to, you know, to screw the guy that's on stage, you know, that just won the trophy or something. But I was thinking back on the Hollywood scene, you know, where I saw that, and you know, later I worked in LA County and had to deal with the dregs, you know, the fallout of the women that were, you know, in these things. But I've gone to a couple of Hollywood parties, and it's freaking dogging with the women. It's killer. I mean, quite literally killer. And you could hear that if, you know, I was never on stage in the Hollywood scene, but I've been in these parties where you could hear the women say, and I think this is in music especially, where the women are just saying, you know what, I'm going to screw that guy tonight, and I'm, that you could hear the plan. I'm going to get pregnant, and I'm going to have that kid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get divorced, and they're planning that shit before they even walk through the door. And then it's like this big competition with the women, and any women that are on, in chat, and I don't know if you can back me up on this or not, but it's way more killer than guys.
Yeah, it's very much more cutthroat. Like, what's funny about that is, the guys are the more romantic type. The guys think they're actually in love, and the women kind of use it as like a bargaining chip, especially when it's in high competition areas, like target-rich zones like LA or Miami. Is that what you noticed, CK?
I mean, again, was never into the party scene. I was just, invited to these things because I was, surfer dude or martial arts dude or something like that. And I knew some of these people that I was training. So I get invited to these things, and it was a big turnoff for me because I don't like crowds, and I don't like that kind of shit. But I was looking at the manipulations, and you've probably seen it more, Ray, or some of the other guys in chat, is when you get into these things, you're invited to these parties. Okay, let me give you an example.
Well, we got King Yeti. He says he still is a casting agent, so he probably knows. And then Roots Calhoun, he just jumped in here. So Roots knows. Roots knows the situation.
Roots would know a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
This is
Shout out to
out
Roots.
of my league.
Yeah.
Because I've only seen portions of it and I didn't like it. But man, Roots had groupies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is.
I don't want to talk out of line. I'm just telling you my observation is with the women. They've got their plan going in, and you think we guys have our plans? It's the women that run shit.
Yeah. Well, I used to hear stories about how the groupies would like climb up, like Steven Tyler's balcony or whatever, or like, and they would try to find out which room he's in, and like, they'd literally climb up the balcony to try to get in his room for the after party. And so it's a completely different animal when you add the fame to it. You add that fantasy life of actually when you're in the industry. James, have you experienced anything like that? I know you gotta walk, you gotta talk, you gotta swagger. Do women come on to you like that? Have you seen that?
Wait, I've just got to see. I was checking. Has CK got a casting couch there somewhere? Is there a casting couch hiding in the background? I think this is a lie, man. I think this is a total lie, man. He's lying.
I got a couch. I've been sitting on pillows like a martial artist for 60 plus years. That's my first chair ever.
There's this book that my mother got about the Hollywood casting couch, and I tell you, the stories that couch could tell. I tell you. I mean,
my last name ain't Weinstein. I just got the hat.
Talk about reach out and touch me. I mean, Jesus Christ, mate, that couch. I tell you. But no, I think like me with women, I don't know really. I've always this is going to sound really conceited, but I've always found it easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Mexican flag.
I find it ridiculously easy to talk to women, to chat women up, to flirt with women, whether it's just a friend thing or more romantic. I think the only time that I've ever, like I told you, the only time that I've ever really struggled is when I've tried to reach for that real brass ring, the real top level, that are kind of like out of my social strata. You know what I mean? I got slapped down so fucking quick, mate. It's unbelievable. But just generally talking around, and I think women are like that. Women do put the game on you. You know what I mean? There's some women that are easy. They'll just give it to you like that. They give it to you on the same night. Buy them a couple of drinks, they give it to you. And there's some women that'll make you work harder. But there is some women that will play that push me, pull me, emotional manipulating game. It's like, how much do you want me? How much do you really want me? You'll ask them out and they'll be like, no. And then you'll go a second time. When do you stop going? That's my thing. I mean, if I ask once, it's once. There won't be a second time. I've got this thing where I'm not going to keep going back. But there are some that I've experienced some women where they want to really make you work for it and just work for like a day. I'm not talking about sex here. Just work for an actual day. I think, you got the different dynamics, aren't you? I do like, I told you, the women I really like are the ones that are good with the bands. That is an absolute imperative with me. You've got to be able to play the push me, pull me, cat and mouse game. If I give it to you, you've got to be able to give it to me back. And, you know, there's some good ones online, man. There are some really good people with the bants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've challenged me a couple of times, and I've had to slap them down a bit. But, you know, they've tried to challenge me. They've tried to hang with me in the bants game. But, yeah, I like a woman who's got good bants. That's really important. Obviously, I like them to be attractive. You know what I mean? I don't want a paper bag job. But you know what I mean? It's like I do like bants is really important. It's like the next level up, man. If she hasn't got good talk, good chat, good bants, drop me out. I don't want to know.
We got D-Wag in the comments. He's saying he's here for James's bants. He's coming for your bants. He wants to challenge the king, and he also says nice monitor, by the way. So he says he's coming for you, James. James, is there anything you can help CK with? He's had a 60-year dry spell, bro. Can you help him get a little wet?
I don't know how, right? I don't know how I could help someone who lives in CK lives in California, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he literally has to open his door and he would fall on a minge that was half decent. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand how this is difficult. It's like, I just go like, all right, darling, how are you? Can I buy you a drink? Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. A couple of hours later, CK will be golden, mate. I'll be his wingman, right? We'll get him absolutely sorted.
Wingman's always going to get it.
We'll go out there, we'll find a couple of birds, we'll chat, mate. I'll tell you, we'll go for the older ones, mate. We'll get into the gilf game, mate. That's where it's at. We'll get into the
you don't want the older ones.
I want the older ones, right, who've got all the money. I want the gilf game. I'm coming for that gilf game.
You're making my cheeks hurt. Stop. I got a little stretch back out.
It's like I was thinking as he's babbling on like that, you know, like a good banter does, and I'm going, when was the last time I actually actually took a woman home at a party or took a woman home at a bar? It's been a long time for that kind of stuff. I just, you know, I'm a church dude.
So I've got an idea. I've come up with an idea, right?
I've never hit on a woman in a bar and took them home. I just, you know, I'm always thinking about the freaking STDs.
I've got an idea.
You want to do it? I mean, that's probably why you eat Spam all the time, brother. It's because you've lost your taste buds.
Don't you like a Spam fritter? Don't you like a Spam fritter? Come on, everyone loves a Spam fritter. No. Don't you work in the prison system? Don't you do a bit of that stuff in the prisons, right?
Yeah.
Right. We've got to right. We've got to get you in a female. We've got to get you in a female prison, right?
A female prison.
It's right next door.
That's where it's at, mate. Female prison, conjugals, bang.
I am not going to get sliced and diced, mate.
We got Cut the Grass says you got to knock some of them cobwebs off, bro. Facts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a pickup artist, honestly.
CK, can you remember the last time you did? Go out on a date or whatever? Has it been a long time? Did you meet?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well, hell, all right then. What the hell?
It's just like I said, I'm not a pickup artist.
All right.
I have a girlfriend that's coming up from Arizona in a couple of days. So.
Okay, CK's
keep it close to the vest.
A low-key lady killer.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna take the shit from a woman.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you got me dying. Yeah, D-Wax says, don't break kayfabe, CK. Don't break kayfabe. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I got to be careful. You want her phone number? You want a picture?
Oh, yeah, don't give it to Ralph. He'll tell everybody, so be careful.
No, that's the thing. Oh, there you go. You've got it. That's your in.
Yeah.
You're a peeping Tom with a camera. You've got to get out of the bushes, right? And you've got to get in. You go, oh, can I take your picture? And then you show. Then you say, look, I'm going to develop it, right? So what you're going to do? You want to come round, and when she comes round, you ask her out for a drink. You know what I mean? And show her into your dark room.
Yeah. Now,
show her my grandchildren. That's going to really work.
Yeah, nothing gets a woman wet like grandchildren. Now, CK, did you use when you surfed? I've seen you surf Pipeline. I've seen you. You know, you were in great shape. You must have gotten girls by the load, right? I mean, pretty decent. Or did you keep to yourself? How was that like?
I never really had to work for it, to honest to
Yeah.
God.
So you're basically
I'm not being a bragger. It's
Yeah.
just I never really had to work for it.
you're basically James in the future. Is that what we got going on here? Your future James? You didn't have to work for it?
Yeah, if James can make it in the next 20 years, yes. The hardest thing was I do agree with James. The hardest thing was settling down.
Yeah.
I mean, the hardest thing was to say, because I don't know if I don't know about any of the guys in chat or anything like that, but the greatest thing in the world is to find that love.
Yeah.
And you're not going to the bars, and you're not picking up, and you're not going to the parties, and that just doesn't exist anymore. It's a lot of fun to banter and all the rest, but man, if you're not in the game, and you guys talked about it a couple of weeks ago, if you're not in the game and it is a game, then you're a pretty happy camper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. I think about how terrible my life is when I open the door and I get to look at my handsome face in the mirror, and I think how terrible my life is. It's so terrible. It's devastating. I think, how am I going to cope with having to look at his face every single day? I don't know. Such a bane of my existence.
No, but it is a balance, isn't it, CK? Because you got, you could be at peace, but then you want to have women in your life. You bring the women in their life, and it's just chaos. Was that your experience, or?
I've never been one person to deal with the bullshit. I mean, honest to God, if it comes to the point where I've got to deal with the bullshit just to get laid, I'm not going to get laid. I'm just not going to do that, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to twist my morals and stuff just to get my rocks off. And when I was a teenager or in my 20s, sure, that was kind of a thing, but I don't know. It's just, well, I do know it. For me, the growing up thing is to not chase. And the more you don't chase, the more you're being chased. And that's something that when I was younger, I didn't understand. It's like, you get that. I mean, it's the age old adage. The guy that's the big asshole is getting the woman.
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't have to be the guy that's the asshole. It's that guy that's got the overriding confidence, or doesn't give a shit. And the woman says, well, is he gay, or what does he have? And if you just keep that mystery going, well, I mean, to this day, that's kind of the thing. That's me, but that's really me. It's not a game. It's like, you know what? I don't give a shit. You can come or go. And then all of a sudden they want to get in underneath my skin.
Yeah. Now we got Big B Trucker in the chat. He said he's wired a bit different. He settled down at 19. Do you think you found more happiness in long-term relationships, or did you enjoy more rotating the women? What do you think, CK?
I like Brucker's idea. I mean, I always wanted that family. I never really got it. But I actually in my 20s, I just really didn't look anymore. I didn't go to those bars, and when I went to a Hollywood party or something, I just sat there and watched. I mean, there's one girl that was just really gorgeous. What's the guy's name? John Bon Jovi was like the hot, and she
John
was
Bon
like
Jovi's
one of
really
his
gorgeous.
But you get invited to a party like that, man, and all these girls are going off on this guy, and this guy shakes your hand, and you're going, okay. They're all looking at you like, what do you got? Because you're shaking this dude's hand. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is, and all of a sudden I got 3 girls on me. What the hell, man? You got the magic touch, dude. But that stuff happens, and they're, honest to God, women are definitely more when it comes to mating season, and I really think women are the most aggressive. They are aggressive, and we're not. They are the ones that have already planned. They've already figured out who they're going to get laid with that night.
Yeah, they really are.
Unless you get them liquored up.
Now, James, does the society kind of change the type of quality of woman? Do you think it's harder to find, like, say, a wife in LA, wife material? It's easy to date, but it's hard to find that wife, or does that have no relation? What do you think, James?
I don't know. If I'm talking about my country, I think it's harder if you're in the cities, man. I think it's harder if you're in like London or Manchester or Birmingham, Liverpool, Bristol. They're big cities, and you've got like more to choose from. You know, you've got a bigger like playground, if you will, but you've got different expectations. You've got like people that I think their politics has like kind of like corrupted their thinking a bit. You've got people that like are looking for. You've got a lot of people in those areas that are socially deprived, but you've also got a lot of people that are rich. So you've kind of got that chasm. Whereas if you live in my area, like say you live like in a country area or you live in a rural area like a town or village, you've got a lot of people that are on the same level. They're a bit more chill. They've like they're in like the second phase of their life, if you will. They're not like in that first flush of youth, you know, that 18 to 30. They're kind of over that hump, and they may be looking at their second go around, maybe their third go around, depending how their life's been. So I think it's a lot easier around here. People are a lot more chill. They're a lot more amenable. You don't really get the social and political issues don't get brought up. It's more like family orientated. It's more like what can you do for me? What can I do for you? Are we compatible? So I think if you live in those big metropolis, it's different. It's like laws of the jungle, isn't it? It's like welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. You know, it's survival of the fittest. You know, it's like the alphas, isn't it? Like CK said, all the alphas are stealing all the top birds, and you have to take the scraps, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like everyone wants the same one, don't they? Everyone wants the pick of the litter. You know what I mean? Whereas around here, it's a bit more mild. It's a bit more chill.
Yeah, I'm so out of the game. I mean, you're talking a language that's, you know, honest to God, I'm so out of the game.
I don't think anyone understands me, CK. I wouldn't worry. I think I'm talking about no one understands. You know what I'm saying? I am like the last of a dying breed, mate. They don't speak like this in South London anymore. They speak Arabic. You know what I mean? They don't speak like like South London anymore.
That's something I'm really thankful that I'm not in the game, is because it's a freaking minefield. I mean, all I have to do is say a couple of sentences, like you said, Trump. You say some word, and all of a sudden it emits some sort of a hostility, or, you know, they get dreamy eyes, and that doesn't happen very much when you talk politics. It doesn't happen much when you talk religion. And the other thing is you're not going to find a woman that's going to talk. That's going to be able to, I just don't find, and honest, that maybe it's just this area or whatever, I don't find too many women that have a depth of conscience, you know, that have any moral fortitude or any ability to be able to talk in depth more than maybe a paragraph or a sentence or something that they listen to on Grok. I honest to God, maybe it's just this area, but I just don't find, and I'm with Mersh on this, I don't find women, you know, having conversation with them, having a substance of meaning. And what I mean by that is we're guys and we're out in this world where it's dog eat dog. If you're going to get information from a woman telling you what to do in the business world or in the world where we've got to go out and work, I'm not going to listen to them because they've got no experience.
Yeah.
So if I want a woman and I'm talking to a woman, I mean, serious of substance, well, we're going to talk family. We're going to talk babies. Because they've got experience galore on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you start figuring out, you know, well, you know, this woman is really smart, but I'm not going to take their information and it's going to change my life and what I'm doing now, whether I'm surfing or whether I'm not going to be able to talk with them about that. But if I'm asking, first thing you do is go, what do you think about families? What do you think about kids? What do you think about this and that? And they're going to open up and they're going to give you the knowledge of a woman.
No, I agree.
But I'm not going to have them lead me. I'm just, you know, they're not going to lead me on anything. So that's kind of a subject. You got to pick your subject matter.
Now, you did say that there were a lot of protests, and you posted a couple of pictures of the protests.
I take pictures of that shit.
Yeah, and so how was your interaction? Because they're predominantly women at these protests. What's your interaction with them? You were, I remember we talked about it, you know, online, and you were saying how hostile they were, how aggressive they were.
Oh, absolutely.
That's kind of strange for women, yeah? Or how was that?
This goes right back into the cultural Marxism that's gone on in the '60s or prior to that, and I don't want to get, I'm not going to give you guys a lecture on this, but
Please don't, unless we can see titties.
no, I mean everybody's gonna tune out and go watch Ralph or
Yeah.
something. But here's the thing is these people are old freaking. It makes me laugh because I'm a boomer and I'm definitely not in that category of these people. But these are people that actually are older than me that are going out and protesting. They're the same people that spit on the Vietnam veterans when I was a kid. They're the same people that gave them the finger, and said, rah, 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 now, did the Jane Fonda shit. And they're the same people that are protesting now. They've got the Palestinian flag. They've got the Venezuelan flag just this last week. They've got all these different flags, but they never have the American flag. And what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're fighting against something. So the women my age, fuck them. I mean, you're going to find people that are doing the same thing in 50 or 60 years, and you guys can see it. I mean, that's why I love talking to younger people, is because you guys are seeing something that I've seen 50, 60 years ago, and I've discarded it and said, no, I don't like that. That's cultural Marxism. That's something that's really bad. It came from Saul Alinsky, and you guys could read all the books. But you want to sit around and talk to a woman like that over lunch?
No, not at all.
So there she might be the most beautiful woman that has the kids or whatever else, but I'm not going to spend more than 2 minutes with that person.
Yeah, I don't want to fight with women. I don't want to fight with women. I want to have a nice conversation. James, do you find that it's hard to have a conversation with women, or are they all just trying to get in your pants? Talk to me, bro.
James,
Well, quickly
already focusing on.
Quickly going back to something that CK said, it's exactly the same in this country. He knows because he's got experience of it, and we're experiencing that. It's a bunch of old white sellouts that get bussed up and down the country, get told what to protest, get told what to say, get told what to do, get told what to flag to wave. And when you speak to them, they come back with the most disgusting insults. I mean, and especially from the women. I mean, you just want to shove a bar of soap in some of these women's mouths. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you dirty bitch. You know what I mean? It's like, they don't even, just shut the fuck up. You don't want to, those women are just a waste, man. They're a complete lost generation. The only thing I'm thankful for is they probably never had children. They haven't got grandchildren and they can't influence them. But that's the only thing I'm grateful for. But it is hard. It is hard to talk to women. Don't get it twisted. I find it easy to talk to women, and I do. I find it easy to talk to people like Pat, Dewey, Kerry, Forest Mummy. I can talk to them in text. I can go on a stream and talk to them, like Courtney. You see, I'm always posting those things where I'm flirting with Courtney. It's easy, mate. It's so easy breezy. It comes to me, and I come out with a line, and I have her in absolute stitches. And if we met in real life, I'd have her in absolute stitches. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just the way it is. I find that easy, but I find it hard to talk to women that have got this fucking guard up, and they've got these preconceived notions and perceptions about people that have opinions different to their own. How many times have I told you I like opposites attract? I don't want to hang around with people that have the same opinions of me, look like me, dress like me, act like me. You and me get on really well because we're kind of different. Same with CK, same with D-Wag, same with anyone who's in that chat. Not one of us is the same. All different backgrounds, all dress different, all look different, all act different. And that's how the boys do. And we come together and we've got a tight-knit group. You do that with a bunch of women, right? Yeah? And they'll be pulling each other's hair out in 5 minutes. They're just fucking, you know what I mean? They'll be pulling each other's hair out, calling each other bitches, slapping each other, and that's what they're like. They'll be having a cat fight, mate. Men can get along. I can rub along with anyone. Even if someone has a total different opinion to me, I can rub along with anyone. I don't think I've fallen out. I haven't fallen out with any bloke online because I'm not a feminine little bitch. I don't fall out with men, really.
Yeah,
I told you it would take so much for me to fall out with a bloke.
So James, I got a question. Are you saying that the bar of soap is the secret to your foreplay? Bar of soap in the mouth? Is that what we're talking here?
Dang, I thought it was Vaseline, but
during intercourse, I don't like them talking back to me. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like them to enjoy the ride, and I don't want them to tell me how much they're enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? I know it's good because it's me. I don't need them to tell me that it's good. You get me? You feel me?
Oh. You want a happy customer. I mean, what man doesn't? Every man wants a happy customer.
I'm a modest man. I'm very modest.
We want repeat business.
Individual. Yeah, I'm a modest man. I don't need people to tell me I'm great because I know I'm great. So I don't need people to tell me that. You know, I'm a very modest man.
The Mexican flag.
Yeah.
Mexican shit. It's in Mexican. Apparently, I thought it was Italian. All this time, I thought this flag was Italian, and it turns out it's Mexican.
You'll get along great here.
Right. Well, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to have a torta now. I'm going to have a torta.
Yourself a tecate.
I'm going to have a torta, and I'm going to start raging. I'm going to rage, Piggy, and have a torta. I'm going to rage. I'm jealous, mate. I wish old Rage Piggy was having a pop at me, mate. I tell you, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that Ray's getting all these trolls and people that want to like go after. I say, I want a bit of that. Come on, tag me in. Let's go. Come on. I'll slap him in that little gun of his. You know what I mean? What's he got? He's got that bifurcated gun. It looks like a sad woman's douche, doesn't it? It looks like an old woman's tuppence, man. It looks wrecked.
I know he's making my cheeks hurt, bro. He's making my cheeks hurt.
I'm laughing, man. I just wanted to bring you on because you're so much of a point counterpoint dude. It's just great.
You and me have got great chemistry, man. We're holding it down. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
You sell yourself short, man. You have got some of the best stories. You've got some of the best history. You've got to get that book out, and you're gonna be like fucking not proper rocket as in bird. You're gonna be like Ray. You're gonna be skyrocketing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm gonna be here cheering you all on, having a laugh, making jokes, doing my thing. And that's just the way I like it, man. You got to get that book out. You know what I mean? Get it out. Get it to print. You know, tell your story. You got a story to tell, man. Get it out. Get it out there, and then you might actually meet a woman. You know what I mean? Who wants to take all your money?
That was a low blow. I'm gonna 2, 3. No, it's over.
I'm going to enjoy seeing you, right? Have all this success from your book, make millions, and then you're going to marry a 25-year-old and she's going to take all your money. And I'm going to say, was it worth it, CK? Was it worth it?
Yeah. Well, he'll be the happiest man on earth to let that 25-year-old take his money.
I tell you.
I'm pretty happy without all that shit. But yeah, man, the biggest thing is, and honest to God, it's not the women, and it's not. I don't mean to say that they're shallow in certain ways, but I don't like I mean, if you're an alpha dude, like getting back from an hour ago, you've got to be the leader. You can't be led by a rope by anybody. That's just the way we are. And I don't even know how to explain it, but if I see these people that are out and, you know, doing the protesting or something like that, they're just doing these little cliche things.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
Do you want to know what I think it is? Do you want to know what I think it is? And I've said this to Ray on previous streams. I think women have been sold a pup. I think women have been sold a lie.
That's the thing,
you know, women have been told.
Women have been told
in the 21st century that they can have it all. They can have the career. They can have the career like a man. They can earn like a man. Yeah. They could dress like a man. They can act like a man, and they can still have the family on the back end. But they're going to get to 40. You know, their best years when they were like 18 to 30, when they're at their sexual peak and they're at their most attractive. That's going to be gone. People that have like already started families have taken the best, so they're going to be out there in the dating game, and 40 is going to turn to 50, and they're not going to get married, they're not going to have children, they're not going to have grandchildren, because I don't think society wants that. Society has told them that they can have everything, and they can't. You have to make a choice as a woman. Do you want the career or do you want the family? You can't have both. I don't think you can have
And
both.
that's something that started, again, it started way back when I was a kid, seeing this ban the bra stuff, and women's lib and all of this crap that was going on when I was a kid. And I never liked the hippie shit. I never liked any of that stuff. I love their food. Don't get me wrong. I like the greens and all the rest. But my God, man, when they're starting to, when I was 15 years old, they did two things. What the DSM said, sodomy was not illegal, and abortion. And I'm opening up a freaking can of worms here. But you've got Roe versus Wade, and you've got sodomy is not a thing. And all of a sudden, you've got all these women banning the bra, and they're realizing that they're not tied down to the stove. They're not tied down. They don't have to go out and get the wood, and they can be breadwinners. But like you said, James, is once they're the breadwinners, you've got to sacrifice the family. And
I'll let you into a little secret.
70 million children since 1973.
I'm going to let you into a little secret. This is just between me, you, and Ray. No one else is going to see this, the chat, or viewers later.
Mute.
Some women, right? I've met some women that like a bit of the backdoor action. I'm not saying it for everyone.
No, I've never gone there. I'm going to let them fly. Ray, let's just be quiet. Let's let them fly.
Some women like it. I'll tell you, they do. You ever seen that scene in American Pie?
That's a road never traveled with me.
Have you ever seen that thing, that scene? What was it? Was it American Pie? Was it Road Trip? I can't remember. Where he used two fingers, old Stifler. You ever seen that one? Some women like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's change the subject, brother.
You're making CK turn red. I love it.
No, I'm already been red. I don't know if I know how to blush, but that one is like, okay, that's a mystery to me, and I'm going to leave it a mystery. Any woman ever did that to me, man, I've had that happen to me, and I'm like, get out of there.
Well, it's not supposed to happen to you. It's supposed to be the other way around. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Come on, I know which one is which. I mean, James might not because, he's a retarded Australian. But, that's kind of one of those things he's got to overcome.
Yeah. No, I definitely have.
I got you silent.
Yeah, so
I've seen so many things, CK. If you think that's made you blush, you ain't even heard the half of it. I could tell you stories. I could tell you stories that would put you in an early grave, CK. I could tell you stories. I'm going to tell you.
There's no such thing as an early grave when you're my age.
You're still a young man. What are you like, 45 or something? You're still a young man.
We don't want to know how old I am.
We got Jewish in the chat. I think you just made her blush too. I think no, women definitely are a lot more promiscuous and they're a lot more outgoing. They'll make the most normal man blush. It's true. Nowadays they're exposed to so much more. It's quite a different thing for women than for men, whereas men have to go out and try to get it. It comes to women. It's a lot different. CK, what are your thoughts on that?
I just think that there's, God, what was it 3 weeks ago when I said women play at sex to get love.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Men play at love to get sex.
Yeah.
And that's to me, that's a big sentence that overcomes an awful lot. Women are not. I didn't mean to say women are stupid because women are not stupid. We just have different goals.
Yeah.
When you find that cohesiveness with it, with a woman, you don't want to have anything else. That's the attachment, and that's kind of something is like, again, this whole subject matter is sort of a mystery to me because I've always been, I've never been really promiscuous with women, but again, I've never really had a try.
This bloody liar, man. He tells so many lies. He's such a liar.
Oh, honestly, God, I haven't. I've maybe chased two women in my whole life.
Yeah.
It's just they've come to me from this or that. I mean, shit. I'm not going to tell you stories.
Oh, we almost got a good one out of them. We almost got a good one.
No, because I don't want to degrade, the woman or anything.
Yeah. We don't want to do that.
I don't want to do
we
that.
wouldn't want to do that.
And I don't want to bring up, bad shit. But some of the good thing is when you have that cohesiveness. I mean, I was at a party once with a girl that I totally loved, and we just hit it off. It was like, well, I'm sitting around looking at all this shit, and I'm rolling my eyes, and she's over there rolling her eyes too. I'm like, what are you rolling your eyes? Well, it's a bunch of bullshit or something. I mean, I can't remember what the.
No, I've had the exact same situation. Like, you just meet somebody and you instantaneously gel, and it feels like you've been in a relationship already, and it's so easy, and it's like they move in with you, and then that's it. They just live with you for a couple of years, like it's no big deal. Is that what you're talking about, CK?
Yeah, I'm being honest. It's not like I was chasing, and it starts from the beginning with this alpha stuff. You don't chase, you find.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm not a pickup artist, so it's like I've never gone to a bar and said, I'm going to go home with the woman, I'm going to, pound her up against the dumpster, and I'm going to do the rear entry thing. I just don't. I've never done that before. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm not shy or laughing. I'm just like, I've never had that experience.
we're just busting your balls, CK. No big deal. James.
No. Before we get into it, what we should take from this stream, the only lasting thing we should take from this stream and all this idiocy is that CK thinks women are stupid. That's what we should take from this stream. And on his bio,
okay, all the girls that I love in chat.
On his ex bio now, we got to bully him into this. Right? On his ex bio, CK the birth.
I'm done. Give me the Mexican flag and I'm going to go to Mexico City and start my own social media.
James, have you ever had a relationship that just came together magically like that you really, wasn't hard to coalesce? It just happened, and you were like,
I'll tell you what happened, right?
Or are they all like that for you, James? Are they all like that for you?
This is like total accident, right? I came back from a week in Newquay. That's kind of like a surfing place in England. So I came back from Newquay, and I wasn't meant to be going out, but I wanted to carry on the party. So I sobered up, got in my car, I drove to Eastbourne, and I went to it's called King's Nightclub. And downstairs there was this girl, right? And she had her back to me, and I had my back to her, and we were dancing. Now, I'm a white guy that can dance. I've got rhythm, I've got style. I'm better than John Travolta. So I'm grooving, I'm moving, I'm giving it the old swag, and we bump into each other, and we turn around, and I put it on her. Just gave her a bit of the old tongue action straight out. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go!
Yeah,
and then
let's do
she was like, yeah, I got a number, and then when we got talking, I was like, I wasn't meant to be here. I just came back from Newquay, and she was like, do you know what? I wasn't meant to be here either. I just come back from Ibiza in Spain, and she said, isn't that weird? That's kind of like a serendipitous, like two people that weren't supposed to.
There you go.
And then we met. And then that was the relationship that I thought I was going to carry all the way. And then I told you that story that I want to go back into. That you did something, and then it didn't work out. Like, we met young, and I thought that was going to be my cradle to the grave. I was going to get in early, have the life, have the family, have the kids, have the grandchildren. But circumstances got in the way and turned me into the man I am today. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I'll let other people decide. But yeah, so that was the one where...
Yeah, you're a diamond geezer. What are you talking about? You're sitting here with all the other diamond geezers. Look at that, bro. Come on.
One thing I will say, right? You cannot wallow in self-pity. If you want James Grabham to give you a bit of advice, there's always another bird around the corner. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Keep plugging away, and the only thing that's going to stop you plugging away is death. Or CK's lack of ambition with the ladies, you know what I mean? He's in California.
You gotta get one of those white shirts with gold chains and do the whole Italiano thing.
yeah, we get a CK glow up.
Don't do that.
We'll get you one.
The whole Mexican thing. Oh shit! It's real.
I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
He's gonna put it on. Let's fucking go. Yeah. But no, CK, he does pretty good. He said like he's got a couple birds coming up or whatever. Is there a lot of places to take girls on a date out where you're at, CK? I know you live for people who don't know. CK lives up in Northern California, and in Northern California, it's mostly country. You got redwoods, you got big trees, you got big mountains, and he's out there really in the country. Aren't you, CK?
You gotta find a woman that likes hunting, that likes fishing, that's, long walks on the beach when you're, there you go, man. There's nothing here that appeals to women at all unless you're an outdoor woman. And I'm being completely honest, because this is so rural that you can't find a doctor to come here because the woman there's no social life.
Yeah,
it's not like Alaska. I mean, this is still California, but it's a kind of a nook way up here, and there's nothing. There's really no culture. There's it is an old logging town, old whaling town. I mean, the whales are gone. There's no more logging because of the environmentalists. So there's nothing here for women. That's why, go to Miami, go to Los Angeles, where there's that social life and stuff. So if you find yourself a woman up here, you're a very fortunate person.
Yeah.
If you find a woman that has all her front teeth, you're really fortunate.
Yeah, she's not on meth. Yeah. Jewy says that her dad told her that men are like buses. They come every 15 minutes. Now, is that
Jewy's right?
Is that true? Even as they get older, or no? Does it slow down? What do you think, James? Do women keep getting attention, or do they hit the wall that we hear about all the time?
I don't know. I think if they've got game, they've got game. You know what I mean? Older women, they've got game. They can like like I said, there's a lot of the younger lads now that are into the MILF and the GIL faction. You know what I mean? It's like,
my age, you got a MILF times two.
They are, mate. And then it's a lot of these older women, isn't it? We didn't know about cougars, did we? Until about like 10 years ago, and then there was shows about cougars. Did you remember that show? They did that reality show where like it was what was it? It was like Sons Bro, that was gross.
That was
some weird shit, wouldn't it be? Yeah. I mean, I reckon if women have got game, if women have got bads, they can still do anything. There's still a bit of light going on, They've still got a bit of light behind their eyes. You know what I mean? It's like you can find something beautiful in anyone if you're really looking for it. You know what I mean? There'll be something. There'll be an X factor. There'll be a spark. There'll be something that you like. That's how I feel anyway.
Let me ask Jewy. Did you have a good relationship with your father? Do you think that's helped Jewy in the chat? That's how it helped you understand men better, or let me know. CK. If a girl has a good relationship with her father, is that a big plus? What do you think about that?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
does that change the type of woman it is, or do they understand?
That's a good question. I don't have any.
All right, we'll go to the expert, James. What do you think, James? Is that does that help a lot?
It could be a trust issue, can't it? You've got to focus on the trust issues. If a woman hasn't had a great relationship with her father, maybe she hasn't had brothers, maybe she has a trust issue with men, and then you find that they seek. You find some women that have trust issues you'll find that they sleep around a lot, don't they? Because they see like that's how they value themselves. Do men find them desirable? Do men find them sexually attractive? Do men want to have sex with them? So I think sometimes women that don't have the father figures, that don't have the brothers in their life, don't have the male friends, they have trust issues and they can be a bit promiscuous, I find. But that's just been from personal experience. I wouldn't say that was a one size fits all or like a blanket thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's been my experience. When I was growing up with people, when I was like in my friend groups, I found a lot of the girls that I liked, you know what I mean? That were friends. It wasn't a sexual relationship. They would go out and
Oh, hold up. Did the sound cut out? Let me check and see. James, are you still there? Oh no, the sound cut out again. Let me fix that really fast, guys. Sorry about that. It's not for you guys on Zoom. It's just for the people on OBS. For some reason, the OBS likes to. I gotta delete the capture or something, the Mac OS capture, and then I have to add it again. And it does. This is the third time it's done that. So let me go ahead and do that again.
While you're doing that, see how it goes. But
well, I think you're back now. I think I just fixed it. It just took a minute to fix. Yeah, I think you're back. No, yeah, I think we're good. But
just repeat what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think like.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, when I was with my social group of friends, and we would go out all the time. So I would say like the main days would be Friday and Saturday. We go out, and then you would find that the men would be the men. You know, we're lads, we're Jack the lads, we want to go out and we want to pull the birds, right? But the women that I knew that were my friends, it wasn't a sexual relationship, we were pals. If they didn't have a stable home life, like say they didn't have a father or a father figure or a stepfather, or they didn't have like brothers or something, they would go out and act like the men. They would find like that solace, they would find that gratitude in like sexual relationships, you know. Oh, yeah. I'm desired by this man wants me, you know what I mean? I'm sexually desirable to that person on that given night, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you would find that they would be a bit promiscuous, they would sleep around like the fellas because they didn't have that stable relationship with a father or a father figure or a brother, you know, so they didn't really know how to interact with men other than through like sex and sexuality. So there is that, but I don't think it's necessarily a one size fits all. I think it's down to the person and their mentality, really.
Well, I think that's a good point. Julie from the chat, she said she had a fantastic relationship with her father and also her 3 siblings, her 3 brothers. So that's fantastic. Yeah. And then we had Big B Trucker. He said if they had a solid father figure, could be a stepdad, grandfather, older brother, they seem to be better off than chicks who don't. And I agree with that too. I think that's 100%. I think that women who have a good relationship with men growing up understand how to pick the good men later on in life. Shout out to Zaid who just popped by. What do you think about that, CK?
I really agree. Okay, I think every young girl needs a good older man in her life, like, you know, the male figure, the male.
I bet you do, CK. I bet you do.
Throwing that shit out there again. Okay, now I'm gonna blush. and I am the one.
That's a good line, CK. I like it. That's a good line.
Thank you, James. You got me out of that one, brother.
Oh.
I kind of going back because I worked with adolescents for a while, and the girls that are just, you know, well, psychologically messed up, but the girls that had a father were much more down to earth, and they were, again, it goes back to early childhood where the girls they learn how to manipulate a guy really well, because they're learning how to do that with the father, and they know how far to push him and how far not, how to make that father happy. And I mean, it's not cooking, cleaning, and all the rest, but they just know how, and they're learning. They're learning by mimicking what a father and mother does in that relationship. And women are masters of relationships. Yeah. We're not.
No, that's true.
And so if you want relationship, you know, stuff, that's why so many women are psychologists and psychiatrists. Yeah. Is because they know how to have that. But with the father figure, you got to have a father figure. Yeah. You know, you've got to have that father figure. Even brothers and stuff are one thing, you know, older brothers or something, but honest to God, you've got to have that stability.
Yeah, we need fathers in the family for sure. I completely agree. What now, CK? What about this? I've heard that if a woman becomes a stripper, then after 6 months of learning how to strip and like manipulate men, then it damages her ability to have a good relationship long term. What do you think about that?
Talk to Mersh. I'm backing off on that one.
Yeah,
I've seen. Yeah, that's tough because you're not gonna have that
Well, because they learn how to manipulate, like you were
Oh,
saying,
they're
and
doing
they,
everything for show.
Yeah.
It's all show. And you know, if you're, I mean, I think of pole dancers and all the rest of that stuff, or strippers.
I
It's the
bet you
same
do,
thing as
CK. I
prostitution.
bet you do, think of pole dancers. I bet you do.
I said I see. I didn't say I did. I am not the dancer, bro. You're the one that's dancing and moaning and groaning. I don't know how to do that shit. I can't sing and I can't dance.
Yeah. James, James, have you ever had any experience dating a stripper or anything like that, or had any, interaction relationship-wise with them, or no?
How can you have a relationship with a woman that her closest relationship is with a pole? I mean,
well, I mean, if it's your pole.
The only thing she knows how to do is gyrate up a pole and take money out of your pocket. Yeah, I'm steer clearing that shit, mate. I tell you what, I want to end up brassic and, no, thank you, mate. I'll leave that to Mersh, mate. Mersh can be like that. King of the pole.
We'll ask him next time. James, Pat asked a good question. She's always wondered if some women ever really loved a man. Maybe they went through their whole life without loving a man. James, what do you think about that? Is that a possibility? And then we'll go to you, CK, after that.
I think that's true. I think there's many women that don't marry for love, are not in a relationship for love. They're in a relationship for financial security. They're in a relationship for all the wrong reasons. Maybe they've settled. You know what I mean? You see, like, women that get involved in affairs, extramarital affairs. Women, like I said, women that marry, for older men for financial support. You know what I mean? I think that's true. I think that's more the thing now. Have you ever seen? I always send you those videos of I think I sent you some of those billionaires in Monaco.
I want to see those.
Oh yeah. See, CK wants the videos, James.
You want the videos, don't you? But you see the billionaires, don't you? He's trying to do me in a men's game, mate.
I tell you, right back at you, brother.
Let's get it straight, right? Dewey's in the chat, right? Dewey was the queen of bants online until I come and absolutely crushed her. Now I'm the undisputed king of bants because I crushed Dewey with the queen of bants. If someone wants to take bants, they're going to have to step to me, mate, because I've crushed all comers. I've crushed them all. My biggest competition, Dewey, I've crushed her as well. It's over. Crushed. Yeah. Finished. But yeah, I send you those videos, don't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've got all these big fat slots.
You're not going to wiggle out of this one, bro.
And they are dating some of the sexiest women in the world. Now, do you think those women, right, who are between 18 and 30, some of the hottest women you've ever seen in your life, really enjoy a fat sack of shit mounting them every night? No, they do that. They do that so they can have the money and the lifestyle, and when he dies, they will inherit that money and lifestyle, and then they'll do the old Uno reverso. They'll be the old bird, and they'll get themselves a young 25-year-old, young 30-year-old, and they'll do the reverse on it. So yeah, Pat's right. I think a lot of relationships, people just settle, and that's wrong. People marry for financial reasons, stability. That might be right, that might be wrong. People might marry to social climb. You know what I mean? You see that a lot with politicians, don't they? It's all the social climb thing. CK will know about that. He's more the politics guy. He'll know about the social climbers. He's a bird watcher. A bird watcher.
With Pat, I think it's a good question. I really think there's I'm going to get into the Greek because there's 8 different words for love in the Greek. And we've got one word in America, or one word in the English language for love. Love is love. Love is this. Love is that. But how many women manipulate for this or for building the nest, and they think that's love, but it's not. They're only doing it for such and such and such. That's a very hard thing. And it's church girls are where it's at for that. But that's not true either, because every single woman in church is looking for something also. So what is love? I mean, there's a million songs.
I think those women in church are looking for a bit of excitement.
Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes they're looking for something that they've never found. Broken home women that have never had that father figure, or they're looking for this and that, and they get screwed. I mean, not get screwed both ways. Okay. So I mean, I really think that a lot of women are just looking for stability so they can figure out if they actually love somebody or not. And
So-
that's where.
What about that? What do you think about that Nick Recader church? There was a lot of crazy shit going on there, wasn't there, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'd
Bro.
like to have gone to that church.
I know, right? A good,
Swedish
yeah,
church, mate.
a good hot
Swedish
tub.
church, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't
good
it
hot-
Okay, what was it? Did he say I only had 20 grams or something of cocaine? Or was it 12 grams? I was
yeah.
just listening to that and going, son of a bitch, how much did you have in that safe, man? Like, I only had 20 grams. I think it was 12 grams or 20 grams. And I'm listening to it going,
But then you see his
God.
missus, you know how much coke they had? His missus looked like an extra from The Walking Dead by the time it was over.
Oh,
Like, geez,
shit.
just-
But bro, that hot tub brought it all together, man. That was a
that was
party.
just-
I
Yeah.
say to you, man, this is the thing. We're talking about alpha males, right? And I'm going to get shit for this, right? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Come
don't
at
you
me,
get?
mate. Come at me. I don't give a flying fuck, bro. You can come at me. I know you've got like some kind of rose tattoo on your stomach, bruv. You wouldn't last 5 minutes with me, I'm telling you. No way you like, right?
But he had the hot tub. Bro,
When
he
we
was.
were in the hot tub together, did you see it? It wasn't Nick putting it on April, and it wasn't Aaron putting it on Recader's wife. It was Aaron and Nick looking at each other lovingly, going,
No,
I
no,
gotta see that video.
no,
"Can
no,
I
that
see
wasn't
your
it.
wife?"
No,
They were
no.
looking at each
Bro.
other lovingly, going,
Bro, they were all
"Oh."
thirsty. They were clout goblins, man. They were going after Nick for clout goblins. He wasn't. He was just having
And
a
I'm
party.
telling you, right,
Nick was
I
just
will
having a
stand by
party.
this. I will stand by this until the day I die. They crossed swords in that hot tub. I'm standing by it. I don't care what anyone says.
Cross
Standing
swords.
by it.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is the one thing that I've just been fascinated with for years with the Dabbleverse and everything is the most incredibly disturbing people. You get to study them.
No,
you get to look back and just go, what the fuck were you thinking? Or
The
something
thing I don't get,
obscenely
the thing that's
funny.
crazy to me, right, is of all the, right, you'd pick on me because I can be a bit of a tosser sometimes, right? You wouldn't want to pick on CK. CK's a nice guy. But the whole Ray is happy thing, right? He's one of the nicest dudes on the internet, right? No one's got anything bad to say about him. And along comes Ethan Rao, the big man
Yeah.
from the south, and picks on Ray. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
most-
Ray hasn't had it. So.
And then he shows a photo, right? This is how much of a twat he is, right? He shows a photo of Ray looking good in shape, and like he's gonna pull all the birds, right? He's gonna steal all our women, right? And he puts that up there as an own. Are you fucking serious? I saw that photo and I was like, you better fucking destroy that, because if that interferes with me, you're dead to me. You're dead to me, boy. Dead to
Yeah.
me. I was like,
Yeah,
you
no.
prick.
The funny thing
He's
is,
the most stupid. The CK's right. They breed them stupid over there.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are the most stupid people. If you're gonna have a fucking orgy, right? Don't tell
Yeah.
the world you're gonna have a fucking orgy. Have a fucking orgy behind closed doors. You're gonna
Yeah,
do a
but
huge
that's the
amount of
thing.
coke, right? Don't fucking do the Scarface thing. Just go and do the fucking coke in your ass, bruv. No one
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep
yeah.
doing coke. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Isn't it fascinating though that anybody who gets a camera, they're gonna do this to themselves. They're gonna show
Yeah.
the whole world what idiots they are.
Bro, that's the truth, man. That's the truth.
The last 7
Have you
years.
seen
looking
on
at this shit.
TikTok? Criminals are so stupid now, right? They film themselves doing the crimes
Yeah.
to get clout. Not
Yeah.
realising they're going to go to prison. Criminals do everything out in the open now. I told you, how many times have I seen it online on TikTok where you got people offering people out? Well, I'm going to come to your gaff and beat you up. No, I'm going to come to your gaff. You're fucking giving them a blueprint to arrest you, you prick.
It's
Don't be
facts.
saying this online.
Yeah, it's
There was
facts.
one on
Yeah.
Twitter the other day that was so damn fun, so ironic. There was a guy that they had him filmed that he was trying to break into copper or something, and he went to the copper, he electrocuted himself, and then you got the women, the mothers going, he was only trying to steal, and you killed him. I was looking at this going, you can't be fucking serious, and I'm doing this for 7 years going, how did I never find this before?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just absolute gold, and I shake my head because that's part of my life is helping people and studying people. I'm just going, son of a bitch, I don't want to laugh at this. This is hilarious. This idiots. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across someone? Have you ever come across someone that told you a stupid story about how they got caught?
Oh God, man! I was in the heavy duty cocaine days during the Colombian cocaine and stuff. So people have done. Okay, here's a story, and there's somebody that's related to me that I will not talk about. Got busted for 7 ounces of cocaine. Right, the person that she was she was busted with. The guy gave a fake name. His name was John David Snortum. Okay.
Snortum?
How stupid is that?
That's retarded.
John David Snortum, and they never found him, and she gets popped, and they have to sell a house to keep her out of jail.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, there's some stupid shit going. I mean, and cocaine just opens up. We call them numbskulls. What else did we call them? I don't know. Jummy dust. Yeah, numbskulls was the big thing. You know, I mean, the things that you do. Cocaine. If I had money, it was like my favorite drug for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And then you're chasing it for the rest of the thing, and all of a sudden you don't have any more money for the weekend. So it's the most stupid drug you could possibly imagine, but it gives you that euphoric sense that you're on top of the world and you're bigger than you ever were, you know, and that's kind of a dangerous thing. But yeah, if you're asking me what people have done, you know, stupid things that people have done with cocaine, there's volumes that'll be bigger than Winston Churchill's World War II. You know,
yeah. Now, CK, I'd love to. Next time we're going to do this again. This was a lot of fun. I want to jump into some of that stuff you're talking about about kind of like maybe the psychological aspect of the components that you do for work and stuff like that. And I think that's fascinating. I didn't know you worked.
I haven't even broke into that.
Where the Joker, you know, Arkham Asylum is basically where you work at, where they house the Joker, and they got the Riddler in there, and they got Scarecrow from all this stuff. The Jewy's out of here. See you later, Jewy. Thanks for dropping by.
Hi.
But I want to do that again. So we'll probably do this again maybe next Friday if you guys are into it, and we'll have some more fun stories, some more fun banter. Is there anything you want to leave the people with, CK, before we bounce on out of here?
I still got to get to the shark story before Jaws and all the rest.
You have so many stories. We are going to focus on that book after the new year. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really great to organize my thoughts with you guys and to get this back and forth because I love the banter. As you guys say over on that side of the pond, and it's fantastic.
Well, James is a pro.
But you know that's a whole thing that I keep categorized and put over on this side because once I start telling stories about the criminally insane and the criminals that I've had to deal with, it's
bro, I can't wait to hear that. Wow.
And some of it is so freaking stupid you wouldn't believe it, and some of these people are so manipulative, Joker or Penguin stuff. You'll just be going, holy shit.
I want to hear that, bro.
Some of it I can't tell.
Oh, of course, yeah. Whatever you can't tell, don't tell. But I want to hear the good stuff. We'll see. We'll try to do it next Friday if that works out for you guys. We'll talk later about the scheduling and stuff like that. James, is there anything you want to leave the people with before we bounce out of here?
I've got to stop interrupting CK so he can get these stories out. You know what I mean? I've got to stop knocking him out of the box.
Blushing.
No, the interruptions are great. I love the interruptions. You got, like you said, you're the king of the bands.
That's why I wanted this. I really wanted this. We might still be treading water or something, but I think it's a whole lot of fun. And just to have a little bit of, I'm trying to get used to having a camera on me when I'm saying things.
And hide that casting couch better next
time. he's got the cat.
Okay.
I'm going to sign off with this. Look, I'm like, you might like me, you might not like me, but I'm telling you, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to give it. And I'm no respecter of reputations. If I like you and you're with me, you're fine. But if not, you're all fucking getting it. So don't think I give a flying fuck,
just remember, there's 2 holes, James. One is not the right one.
I care if you've got 100,000, 105,000, you live in Mexico, you eat tortas, mate. You are not even in my league, bro. I tell you, I would absolutely ruin you. I would ruin you every which way up. And any other guy who thinks they're big, who thinks they can even last on string with me, mate, I'd ruin you as well. It ain't gonna happen. I'm like, me and Ray are tight as a drum, mate. We are solid. We are like there. We are taking over, and there's nothing you can do about it. CK's coming along for the ride. We're getting him a woman. We're rocking and rolling, and that's all there is. I've got to say. So have a good one.
Yeah, facts.
Have a good weekend.
Make sure you guys follow James Graben on X and on YouTube. Bro, he's going to be the next rookie of the year behind Carmix this year. We're going to make that happen.
Karmic is retard.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody else more than that.
And follow CK Five Run Dingers on X. He posts fantastic photography. CK's photography is tremendous. We're going to try and maybe get him a new camera in this new year so he can get out there and get some proper good shots. Get those long.
He should do a book. He should do a book of his photos.
He should do a book of his photos. That's right. Maybe we'll crowdfund it or something like that. We'll get him a big long lens so he can shoot the birds, as James says.
All
right, guys.
I am not a voyeur.
I hope everybody has a great weekend. Have a kick-ass Friday night. Thanks, CK, for coming on. Thank you always, James, for coming on and giving us your lightning, your electricity. We're out of here, boys. Give me a Knuckles. Oh, yeah, baby. We're out of here.
Yeah, baby. There we go. Knuckles.
All right.
Take care of you guys.
Later, guys.